The art of authentic Japanese ramen. The steam rises, carrying complex aromas of pork, seafood, and wheat. A single spoonful of the broth warms you from the inside out. This is ramen, not the instant packets from college dorms, but real Japanese ramen, a culinary art form perfected over generations. Today, we're diving deep into the world of authentic Japanese ramen. From the richly layered broths to the handmade noodles and carefully selected toppings, we'll explore the techniques that transform simple ingredients into one of Japan's most beloved dishes. The 4 pillars of ramen. Authentic Japanese ramen consists of 4 essential components: the broth, the tare, seasoning base, the noodles, and the toppings. Each component requires attention and care, working in harmony to create a balanced bowl. Let's start with the foundation of any great ramen: the broth. The broth. In Japan, ramen broth isn't just a background element. It's the soul of the dish. There are 4 main types of ramen broth, each with distinct characteristics. Tonkotsu broth is rich and milky white, made by simmering pork bones for 12 to 18 hours until they break down completely, releasing collagen and marrow. Shoyu broth is a clear brown broth based on chicken stock and flavored with soy sauce, often with dashi, Japanese seafood stock, for added depth. Miso broth combines chicken stock with fermented soybean paste, resulting in a hearty, complex flavor. Shio broth is the lightest variety, typically made with chicken and seafood, seasoned delicately with salt. For today's demonstration, we'll focus on tonkotsu, the most technically challenging but rewarding broth. To begin, you'll need 4 to 5 pounds of pork bones, specifically trotters and neck bones. Blanch them first by covering with cold water, bringing to a boil and draining. This removes impurities that would cloud the broth. Scrub each bone under running water, paying particular attention to removing any dark marrow or blood spots. Clean bones make a clean-tasting broth. Now place the cleaned bones in a large pot with fresh water. Bring to a boil, then immediately reduce to a low, consistent simmer. This is crucial. Too vigorous a boil will emulsify unwanted fats, while too low a temperature won't extract enough collagen. Periodically skim the surface to remove any scum or foam. This step is essential for a refined final product. The magic of tonkotsu happens around the 8-hour mark, when the bones begin to break down. By 12 hours, your broth should be transforming into a creamy white liquid. After 15 to 18 hours, you'll have a rich, intensely flavorful foundation. The tare. While your broth simmers, prepare the tare, the concentrated seasoning that gives each ramen its distinctive character. For tonkotsu, a balanced tare often combines soy sauce, mirin, sake, and dried seafood elements. In a small saucepan, combine half a cup of soy sauce, a quarter cup of mirin, 2 tablespoons of sake, and a small piece of kombu seaweed. Gently warm this mixture. Never boil, as high heat destroys the nuanced flavors. After 10 minutes, remove from heat and add a handful of katsuobushi, dried bonito flakes. Allow this to steep for another 10 minutes before straining. The tare is added to the bowl before the broth, allowing the server to adjust the seasoning level for each customer. Typically, about 2 tablespoons are used per bowl. The noodles. Authentic ramen noodles are alkaline wheat noodles, with their distinctive springy texture coming from kansui, alkaline mineral water. To make them from scratch, combine high gluten flour with salt and kansui. The alkaline environment strengthens the gluten network, resulting in noodles that remain chewy even in hot broth. After mixing the dough, rest it for at least an hour before rolling and cutting. The thickness varies by region and ramen style. Tonkotsu typically uses thin, straight noodles that complement its rich broth. If making noodles from scratch seems daunting, quality fresh noodles can be found at Japanese markets. Look for noodles specifically marketed for tonkotsu ramen. Cook the noodles in rapidly boiling water. Fresh noodles typically need only 1 to 2 minutes. The noodles should retain a firm center. They'll continue cooking slightly in the hot broth. The toppings. Traditional ramen toppings are chosen for both flavor and texture. For tonkotsu ramen, these typically include chashu, thinly sliced braised pork belly, To prepare, roll pork belly into a cylinder, tie with kitchen twine, and simmer in a mixture of soy sauce, mirin, sake, sugar, and ginger for 2 to 3 hours until tender but still holding its shape. Ajitama, marinated soft boiled eggs. Cook eggs for exactly 6 minutes and 30 seconds, then immediately chill in ice water. Peel and marinate overnight in a mixture of soy sauce, mirin, and dashi. Menma, fermented bamboo shoots, adding a pleasant textural contrast. Negi, thinly sliced green onions, providing freshness to cut through the richness. A small sheet of nori, dried seaweed, is often placed along the edge of the bowl for additional umami and visual appeal. Assembly. Proper assembly is crucial for both presentation and eating experience. First, warm your ramen bowls with hot water, then drain. Add 2 tablespoons of tare to the bottom of each bowl. Place a portion of cooked noodles in a neat mound. Ladle the piping hot broth over the noodles, aiming for about 350 ml per bowl. Arrange the toppings thoughtfully, typically chashu at 12 o'clock, ajitama at 6 o'clock, with menma and green onions scattered artfully. Place a sheet of nori standing partially in the broth. Finally, add a small pat of aromatic garlic oil or chili oil for an additional layer of flavor. Regional variations. While we've focused on tonkotsu, Japan's ramen landscape is diverse with strong regional identities. Sapporo in Hokkaido is known for miso ramen with butter and corn. Tokyo specializes in shoyu ramen with straight noodles. Kyushu, particularly Hakata, is the homeland of tonkotsu. Kitakata is famous for thick, wavy noodles in a light soy-based broth. Each region's style reflects local ingredients, climate, and cultural influences. Conclusion. Making authentic Japanese ramen requires patience, attention to detail, and respect for technique. While the process is time-intensive, the result transcends simple noodle soup, becoming a deeply satisfying culinary experience. The next time you taste a properly prepared bowl of ramen, take a moment to appreciate the hours of preparation, centuries of tradition, and careful balance of flavors that have gone into creating this humble yet extraordinary dish. From Tokyo to Sapporo, from street-side stalls to Michelin-starred ramenya, this dedication to craft is what makes Japanese ramen not just a meal, but an art form worthy of celebration.